Hey guys, welcome back. Thanks for watching. As you guys know, Calvin and the team struggled a bit during the first year. So head coach Frank Brown is making them study and practice extra hard this offseason. So pretty much the idea of this episode is it being a off-season episode with a small channel update at the end. But I also wanted to take some time to explain some simple passing offense concepts to viewers who need help understanding American football. So I wanted to start off just with mostly audible and also just explaining what blitzing is really quick. As you can see in the picture, that's the defensive formation. It's just all the players rushing the guy with the ball, so they're not playing safe defense, they're just trying to get to the guy with the ball as quick as possible. So a good sign that you might want to audible out to a passing play, and they might be a blitz coming, as you can see in this, all the defenses lined up close to the line of scrimmage. Line of scrimmage is the line between the offense and defense. So let's say if you try to run a here, as I'm going to show here, it could just blow up, be a horrible play, get sacked, well not get sacked, get tackled for loss. So it's a good option to audible here instead to a pass play, and you can try to throw it out really quick and get a few quick yards on the defense, as I'll show right here for you guys. Now I want to switch to the opposite idea, where if the defense has backed off the line of scrimmage and looks like they're expecting a pass, then it might be a good idea to audible to a run play instead. In the picture here, that's just what the zone defense looks like. You can see the defenders all have their own sort of zone bubble, like a little safe area that they have to protect from the defense. So if you see the defense spread out more back, you can just quickly audible again, this time to a run play instead of a pass play. Try to catch them on their toes, just run it right up the middle on them if possible. You can see how it works here, you see wide open up the middle and a big gain. I also want to be able to show you guys a option play really quick. So audible in again. This time you hold down the A button and your QB holds onto it and just he runs with it. So the defense ran with the running back, so the QB was a little bit open there. I also want to talk about a more tricky situation. Sometimes, as you guys can see here, looks like the defense is blitzing, but it might be a fake blitz, and sometimes they even, not just the linebackers, the secondary unit, out back in coverage. So it can be a tricky play. I'm just showing how dangerous it can be sometimes. Sometimes you might think it is okay to pass it, but it actually isn't. So you can see here he's about to pass it, and it doesn't work out good for him. So everyone drop back in coverage. I also wanted to show a little concept to you guys. The safety and the far back center of the field. Oftentimes there's two of them, but sometimes if there's one of them, that can be an advantage for you. It can oftentimes leave a wide receiver and defensive back all by themselves because the safety might go to a different side of the field. But as you can see here, QB snaps it, wide receiver, defensive back alone just toss up and the receiver can grab it. And here is with two safeties this time. And you can see the difference it makes. Instead of it being just a receiver and a defensive back, now it's two defenders there and they can just knock the ball away. I also want to try to give a really easy way to explain man versus zone. As you can see in this picture, the two safeties, the defenders furthest back, are technically in zone, but everyone else is in man. That means if they're in man, they're just guarding one guy and following him throughout the whole play. I'll show an example of that here. See, Calvin hikes it, and as you can see, all the defenders are just following one guy no matter where they go. I'm going to show a few examples of this. This is our tight end. Looks like the safety comes up, follows him all the way across the field. This can sometimes lead to good advantages on offense. I'm going to go back out here. Look at this guy. You see that cornerback is following that receiver the whole play. So man is just following the same people the whole time. Now zone is different. It's where the defenders sort of have like, if you can imagine from this picture is a good way to show it, just like a bubble, like a zone, an area they have to cover. So they'll stay in that area, and as you can see, there'll be receivers running in and out, and they'll follow them when they're in their bubble of theirs, but if they go out, they'll stop following them. I'll show an example here. So Calvin hikes it, and as you guys can see, all the defenders have this sort of like zone, and when the receiver runs into the zone, that's when the defenders foul him and they try to break up the pass there. Here's another example over here. Just the defenders are guarding they're switching different people, they're not just guarding one guy. I also want to just show you guys something called press coverage. It's when the defensive backs go up to the line of scrimmage up against the receiver and try to block them there at the line. Sometimes it can be good if the defender's really good, but sometimes it can be bad for the defense. It can receiver blow right past the defense, as you see here. A wide open touchdown play, almost touchdown play. Okay, so this is the opposite press coverage, it's like more off ball. As you can see, the defender is way off the receiver. So let's say, for example, here if the receiver goes deep like in here, the defender actually has a better chance to break up the pass because he has a big advantage. He has an extra like 7 yards ahead of the receiver before the play even starts. So a way to work around that is instead to audible or maybe call a half route to make your receiver do a quick short route instead of going deep, as you can see here. So the defender is at a disadvantage since he's so far deep compared to the receiver. Okay, thanks for watching, guys. I hope the explanation was good for you guys and maybe you learned something. Feel free to leave any comments explaining this stuff better or more in depth. I just account the very basic explanations. Anyways, for my Calvin series, the 0 OVR QB series, Season 2 will start soon. For Season 2, it's going to be a lot more in-depth, like intros, story intros, and also the gameplay is going to be better. I've been practicing a lot, so hopefully Calvin, the whole game will be a lot smoother in-game, and I'm working on the commentary in-game too. So I hope you guys are looking forward to it, and thank you guys.